My brothers were huge into their cars, and they were lowriders and had their truck clubs and their Nova Club, and so they, decked out their cars, and they would cruise when they took us to school, and I remember being so happy when my brothers would drop me off at school, because we would go and it was the whole scene, and the music blaring out the window, and me being just so proud that all my friends were going to be able to see that my brothers were, dropping me off, and being part of that youth culture and seeing it and having role models that were my siblings and that were kids that we grew up with in the neighborhood, now expressing themselves fully and creatively, I think gave me a response and sort of strong grounding when I entered school, and when I was told by the school system and by all the adults there that we were bad and that we weren't creating anything, or that we weren't good enough. And yet we had this powerful, vibrant, beautiful culture that young people were creating. When I went to elementary school, there was a program for Mexican kids to sort of be pulled out of the classroom. And I just have this image of sort of these single file lines heading towards the multi-purpose room. And we would sit there and repeat pronunciation exercises, and it was an accent elimination program. I think that a young person of color yesterday, as much as today, walks into school and doesn't see herself there, right? We don't see ourselves in the curriculum. We don't see ourselves in the teachers or in the way teachers are teaching. And we're never asked, what do you think? You have to start getting into the shoes of a brown or black child that walks into the school to really understand how racism is functioning in schools. Unless you do that, you are going to miss everything that is so important for changing this country, for bringing about racial justice. You walk into a school in a child's shoes, and you're going to see where black communities are not in the school, and where brown communities are in the school or not in the school. When you walk into school and you start trying to put yourself in the place of where a black or brown child is, you start seeing things like, wow, this is, the 10th, 15th, 16th, 20th time an adult has yelled at the black boy. Like, something is going on here, right? Or half the class is literally not engaged. Half of the class is sitting there doing anything else but listening. And then you start seeing things like police officers with guns walking down the hallway and pulling children out of the classroom. You start seeing how the school system is structured either to sort of tame wild black and brown kids, or how to save them.